everything you're seeing today is still in development. We've got a number of exciting features in the pipeline, and as we move forward, plan to build the product hand in hand with creators, providing you the opportunity to test things yourself and share your feedback as we go. As you might have seen in our recent blog post, we've begun rolling out the YouTube Shorts beta, a new short-form video experience for creators and artists who want to shoot fun, catchy 15-second videos using nothing but their mobile phones. Now, I can already sense most of you are thinking, why YouTube? Aren't you guys just a platform focused on long content and watch time? To answer that, let's go back to the beginning. User-generated short videos were born on YouTube starting from our very first upload, an 18-second video titled Me at the Zoo. YouTube began as a place where anyone, anywhere could share their voice and creativity. And since then, the platform's grown, enabling an entire generation of creators who have shared their voice and found an audience of more than 2 billion people. While this has happened, technology has advanced, with smartphones empowering our users to easily create, publish, and discover high-quality content wherever they are in the world. As we move forward with Shorts, we aim to make good on our promise to give everyone a voice and show them the world, connecting millions of creators with billions of viewers. So let's talk about what this means for viewers out there looking for snackable, entertaining moments. As we build out Shorts, we know it's of critical importance that we develop a satisfying video discovery and viewing experience, one that captures the magic feeling you get when you come across your new favorite video. You may have noticed the short video shelf that we've begun testing on the YouTube homepage and Watch Next. Focused on vertical videos up to 60 seconds in length, this shelf allows YouTube viewers to discover and view the short videos that capture their interests, independent of whether they're subscribed to the creator. To view a video, a viewer needs only tap into the vertical player, where they'll be able to watch, leave comments, like the video, and more. When they're ready to move on, they can simply swipe up or down to discover additional content. As they do, our systems will continue to learn how to improve recommendations for viewers interested in short video, getting better and better at connecting them to the content and creators that they love. So what about creators? Creation is at the core of short form video, and we want to make it easy and fun to create shorts. To start, we've begun testing a few tools with our early beta in India. This includes a new multi-segment camera, speed controls, and a music picker that allows you to add tracks from an ever-growing library of songs. For the moment, this creation experience is rolling out on a limited basis and is currently only available to creators in India. That being said, we plan to expand this rollout to other countries in the coming months. With some time to go before beta creation is available in the US, how can you get your content on the short shelf? At the moment, both existing and newly uploaded YouTube content is eligible to appear, even if it hasn't been created by our creation tools. For the content to appear, it needs to adhere to the following requirements. First, it should be 60 seconds or less in length. Second, it needs to be shot in a vertical orientation. And last, as with all of our YouTube content, should adhere to terms of service, community guidelines, and policies on copyright, harassment, etc. Let's say you've got content that you think qualifies. How do you upload it? To get started, sign into the YouTube mobile app and tap on the create icon. This will bring up a submenu where you'll want to select upload a new video. Doing so will bring up your camera roll, where you can review your catalog of short videos and tap on the one you'd like to upload. After selecting a video, you'll be able to review it and make any relevant edits. When you're ready, tap on the next button. After clicking next, you'll arrive at the details screen, where you can add metadata, including the title, description, and privacy settings. Once that's set, you'll then want to tap the upload button in the top right. You'll be taken to the video manager, where you can watch the progress of your current upload, as well as review and edit previous uploads. So now that you know the upload process, let's talk through a few best practices. When uploading, we recommend that creators first include the hashtag shorts in the title or description. While it's not required, this hashtag will help us identify relevant content and feature it on the short video shelf. Second, focus on 15-second content. As we noted earlier, content created via the Shorts camera is limited to 15 seconds. While anything up to 60 seconds can appear on the shelf, we recommend that you focus on 15-second videos that are quickly and easily consumed by viewers. Connected to this, try to keep things both highly visual and accessible. In many cases, this will be the first time viewers are exposed to your content, and with that in mind, it's a good idea to upload short videos that are as enjoyable in as many situations as possible. This includes viewers who don't speak your native language, might not be watching with sound, or unfamiliar with channel memes and inside jokes. And then lastly, program effectively. While these videos will be used to populate the short video shelf on Home and Watch Next, you should be aware that they will also live as standard YouTube videos on whatever channel you choose to upload them from. It's a good idea to consider the upload schedule of your channel or channels and decide where your short content best fits. Now, some of you might be asking, why start now? Why not wait until creation tools are available? As we mentioned earlier, we want to bring our global community of users, creators, and artists on the journey with us as we build and improve Shorts. So whether you're a newcomer to YouTube or have been with us for years, these next few weeks represent a unique opportunity for you to get a head start with Shorts, leveraging your existing short videos to find and grow an entirely new set of viewers just in time for the launch of our creation tools.
Can I get a copyright strike from uploading a TikTok?
The stance that we should take here is that like you should feel like you should believe like you have the rights to upload what you're uploading. That's sort of what YouTube's terms are. I would encourage you to sort of like reflect on if you have the rights for what you're uploading. And then if you believe that you do, you can. I think that it's worth keeping in mind, and I'm sure there'll be other questions about this as we get through all of them, is that Shorts is not monetized at this time. And so usually what happens when people upload something with music, for example, is that Content ID would scan those videos and find music and then put a claim against it. And then ads would be run on that video. And then, you know, that ad revenue would go to like music industry rights holders. But since Shorts is not monetized, if that claim happens, it'll effectively have no effect because there's no ads being run in the Shorts playback experience. And so while it's possible that a content owner could go and say, I want to do a takedown here, which would result in a strike, I think it's pretty unlikely. The most clear guidance I could give you is you should believe that you have the rights to upload what you're uploading, and that's YouTube's terms of service.
Will they be monetized at some point?
This is something that we talk a lot about. And when people are making videos, they are thinking about what does it mean beyond fame? And the other part of this is fortune. And so that's what people know YouTube as a place to go to monetize. And so like we're very interested in what it means to monetize short form video. We don't have anything to announce now, but we're excited about the potential here. And so we'll continue to investigate that. And as soon as we have anything public to announce, we'll be excited to do so.
How is Shorts different from stories, and are stories going away?
Stories are not going away. I think the way to think about stories is, I'm sure a bunch of you use it. I use stories all the time. I worked on stories when I was at Snapchat. And, you know, stories are like lightweight status updates. It's a slideshow of media. It's easy to add another slide to that slideshow. And there's an ephemerality window because these things don't need to stand the test of time. Updates don't need to be around forever. They're most relevant kind of with some recency, maybe a day or a week. And, you know, you might spend 15 or 30 seconds creating an individual story post. Think about it like life vlogging. If you're somebody that has a big audience, it's like a fan engagement type of thing. And that's very different than what we're focused on with Shorts. With Shorts, we're really focused on empowering an entire new group of creators that previously found creating high production effort videos that are 10 minutes long with DSLRs and Final Cut Pro or Premiere on expensive laptops, previously found that too inconvenient or complicated or time intensive. And so we're really trying to really lower the barriers to creating videos. And Shorts are going to be the primary way that a lot of people, we expect, are going to build an audience in the same way that YouTube videos are the primary way that what you might call long form creators create videos today. And so we view stories as sort of supplemental and fan engagement. And we view Shorts more so as a new video paradigm for a new generation of creators that are only focused on the mobile phone to create their videos.
Will Shorts videos also live on my channel?
You know, Colin mentioned like we still have a lot to build, but what we're doing is we're sort of putting ourselves out there right now so that we can continue to build with an open communication with creators, because we want to get this right, you know, as we build in the coming months, quarters, and years. I mentioned that because the channel is a special place to creators. It's the one surface on YouTube where creators have some control over how things are presented. For those of you that may not know, a YouTube channel today can be customized by the creator, and they have the ability to like move around modules, maybe recent uploads or some playlist that they've created. And so they have an ability to control that there. So we don't really want to go and put a short video shelf on that channel for creators that have customized it, because we don't want to presuppose where it belongs in the ordering of that shelf. But what we're going to do is we're going to put that shelf out of there for people that haven't customized it, which is people that are usually have a lower intent. And then we're going to go figure out how to work with creators on what the best experience is for those that have both long form videos and usually horizontal videos, and then ones that are also short form videos. So these sort of mixed use creators, we want to figure out what the right solution is for them there. We certainly have some ideas, and we're going to go validate some of those things. So they will appear on your channel. If you do nothing on the mobile app, they'll appear in a shelf. If you have a customized channel, we won't put that shelf there because we don't want to assume that you want it. And then in that case, the videos will just appear as normal YouTube videos, just as they do today, which is like the normal horizontal lockup, and you'll see like kind of black bars on the side, letterboxing on the side of it. And so they will appear there. And we're considering what it means to really sort of satisfy the use cases of a mixed use long form creator, short form creator that does both, and short form dominant creators that mostly do short form.
How would a creator know if their video is featured on the short shelf?
The shelf itself is sort of the entry point into this new world of like a short form video feed. It's almost like the entry point into the equivalent of the For You page. We're going to be reporting analytics of these videos in YouTube Analytics. We've got a little bit of work to do there, so it may not have perfect attribution for what surface was the surface when somebody tapped into the shelf and then saw your video. There's kind of two parts to this. This is like, where was the shelf when someone tapped in? Maybe it was on home, maybe it was on the watch page. And then once you've tapped in, you're in an infinite feed. The viewer is in an infinite feed. And so if your video is on this feed 10 down, you weren't really in the shelf at that point. You're just sort of in the feed of recommendations. And so we'll pay attribution back to those sources. And we're working on those analytics right now. So I think probably in like the coming weeks and maybe month or so, if you use YouTube Analytics and you're uploading these short videos, you'll sort of know where the traffic is coming from.
Will watch hours count?
I think that the subtext of your question, which is maybe not mentioned, is count towards something. These are videos and they do accrue watch time, and we'll report that watch time in YouTube Analytics. And that watch time could count towards certain things. What it won't do is it won't count towards becoming eligible for the YouTube partner program. We call that YPP. And that's the partner program that allows you to monetize long form videos where you could run pre-roll and mid-roll ads on those videos and get a rev share split. And the reason that we're not counting it towards that is because this is effectively its entire separate ecosystem of short form videos, and success and watch time here, we think, doesn't necessarily set you up or set creators up for success with long form videos. And so we didn't want to assume that those should count, and watch time and hours in shorts should count towards success for long form videos. So it doesn't count towards that.
When will we be seeing shorts in the USA?
What we're really trying to do right now is build and iterate at scale. And so we started in India, partially because users had TikTok banned there and we really wanted to move quickly to meet their needs. But also, it's a very large country and we wanted to learn and iterate at scale. What I mean by that is make sure the creation tools are solid. Make sure that the recommendation algorithm is doing the things that we believe it should be doing. Make sure the playback experience is optimized and all the pivots work well. And so we're using that market as kind of a proving ground while also aligning with users' needs there. That's why we started there. But to the root of your question, when will we see the shorts in the USA? When we think it's ready for the USA. I think the USA is probably the highest bar. It's not the biggest stage in terms of people, but it's certainly one of the biggest stages in terms of expectations. And what we really want to do when we show up here is kind of meet creators' expectations. And so that doesn't mean we have to have every little feature, but I think it's important that we kind of respect creators' expectations. And so we're anxious to get to the US and globally as fast as we can. A lot of emphasis on moving quickly. And so I'd say the best answer here is stay tuned.
How does YouTube distinguish between shorts and regular content? I don't want my audience aggravated because I'm uploading super short content and they're expecting longer form content.
Yeah, this is a tension that we've heard from a lot of creators. You know, if you're a long form creator and when you ask yourself, would my audience want this? If your instinct is that they'll be aggravated and they don't want short videos from you, my response to that would be, you probably know your audience best. Some creators, when they ask themselves that question, maybe they're not people that are making 10, 15, 20-minute videos. Maybe they're people that are already making shorter videos, 3 or 5 minutes. Maybe this isn't as so much of a departure. I think the best advice I can give is, given how you know your audience, you're going to be able to best judge this. And if you think that they would like it, I would experiment, give it a shot. Some creators, and I'm not recommending this, but some creators say, you know what? I think that I'm going to just create a separate channel because I would rather grow a separate channel and audience over here focused on this and not have to straddle two worlds. I think really that my best advice is trust your instincts about what will work best for your audience.
If we upload videos that are hashtag shorts now, will they be featured in the shorts section when it launches?
Even better, the viewer side experience is something that is starting to scale globally. Right now, today, outside of India, there is this mixed shelf, and it's a shelf that contains stories and short videos. But what's going to happen is that's going to split into two shelves and will very clearly brand one shorts and the other one stories. They won't appear next to each other. They'll start to look different. Even today, if you start uploading videos that are less than 60 seconds, I would recommend on the shorter side, maybe 15 or 20, and then you include hashtag shorts, you have a better shot at being shown on that shelf today. For folks that maybe have some library of things that they've already produced that are already short, I would encourage you to upload those now and include hashtag shorts. And what we've done in our systems in these early stages is we've sort of, we're looking for that hashtag. That'll allow our discovery systems to say, this person purposefully uploaded this short video with the intent to be part of this experience. And the reason that that's good is because it turns out there's a lot of people uploading videos to YouTube constantly, including short videos. And maybe that's not a very high intent activity. Some people use it almost like a Dropbox or something to store like videos, but they're not trying to build an audience. You all are. So I would encourage you to upload, include that hashtag. And as time goes on, we'll be recommending those videos and figuring out an increasingly effective way how to recommend those videos and get the audience they deserve.
Will there be a subscriber button, a like button, or other forms of engagement readily available on the shorts videos?
Yeah, there'll be like, comment, share. And then when you share, like if a viewer is watching your video and they share out that link to a friend, assuming that friend has YouTube installed, which most people do, it will open directly into the shorts playback experience, deep linking into it. And then, yeah, there's a persistent subscribe button in there. If people aren't subscribed to you, they can subscribe. As we increasingly scale this product and get better recommendation, my instinct is that it's a good opportunity for growth on sub counts.
Can we use shorts as a preview for what our actual video is and link to it? Most of our videos are 20 minutes, and it might be a great way to give a brief preview of something new to the content.
We're not building links. The reason we're not doing that is because, especially being inside of YouTube, if we did that, what would probably happen is that all creators would use it just for this use case. We would really risk, I think, lowering the barriers of creation for everybody else. And so we don't view this as a supplemental promotional product. I'd encourage you to make a vertical 20-second or 40-second cut of your video. And then you could let people know in the title, like, check out my channel for more videos like this. But we don't really want to create that strong linkage, because really what that does is turns it into a promotional product. And we just think that the opportunity is bigger than that.
What will these videos be pushed by in terms of promotion? Will it be something like watch time or dislike ratios, shares?
I think the answer is going to be changing over time as a large team of people that are focused on building a new algorithm here narrow in on what's most effective. I'd say at a high level, if your video is one that people watch to completion, that's going to be a strong signal. If somebody sees their 15 or 20-second video and watches that thing all the way to the end, that's great. If they watch it all the way to the end and they like it, then that's great. Like the dislike ratios, that's probably a signal also. All the more of the positive and less of the negative. Yeah, like if people are swiping early or they're disliking and swiping early, then that's not going to be great. It's not that different from how YouTube works today, but there are different things about this algorithm that I think are important here. Some of these things are a bit abstract to describe, but what I would say is that we're putting bigger emphasis on having videos that we may have very little signal about be able to get an audience. So we call that exploration. We want to make sure that we're leveling the playing field here over time so that new creators that want to give this a shot have a chance to get a foothold and build an audience also. And so that's like an example of one additional thing that maybe you didn't ask about, but since you're interested in the algorithm, I thought you might be interested in.
Will I be able to upload shorts from a desktop?
Totally. Make it less than 60. I would recommend closer to 15 or 20. Hashtag shorts, plural. You can upload from anywhere.
Great. So it's not just your phone.
Right.
Is there more discoverability on shorts other than YouTube proper?
We're very focused about building this product inside of YouTube right now. The reason for that is it turns out there's an awful lot of people that open YouTube apps every single day. And that's an opportunity for us to present this product to them and have those viewers really fall in love with it, but also have new creators that say, I think I can do this. So it's very important that we build this and scale it inside of YouTube. There may be opportunities for discoverability down the road if somebody's searching on Google or something like this. But I think that beyond that, there's really nothing to announce here. Sometimes I get questions like, are you launching a separate app? No immediate plans for that. It's something that we discuss and think about, but nothing to report on that front right now. The phase of the product development where we're at is really wanting to lay the foundation, work with creators, to make sure that we're satisfying their needs, and same for viewers, and begin to scale this inside of YouTube and then continue to evaluate what else we need to do in order to align with the needs of creators and viewers.
Will we have a way to edit these shorts within YouTube itself?
Yep. In India, we've launched these mobile creation tools. If you know the mobile creation tools in other apps, I think about the Vine camera, which was, invented and pioneered on Vine. We call it the multi-segment camera. That's the same one that's inside of TikTok and Dubsmash and others. And so that's an important foundational element. The ability to record sound with provided audio that we've cleared the rights for, that's important. So you could record segments while hearing the audio. Speed controls, where you could slow down or speed up the audio, which has like the opposite effect on your video, slowing it down or speeding it up. And then there's like a countdown timer and the ability to record hands-free and set a stop point. And so like all of those are foundational things. And then there are many other creation tools. We have a long roadmap of things that we're working on here related to like filters and text and effects. We're going to give the world the ability to create these short videos inside of YouTube, and we're building a new algorithm for it. And there's a dedicated watch experience. And so it's really an end-to-end experience inside of YouTube, including a way to produce them inside of YouTube. I'm assuming that's what you meant by edit.
Will we be able to have a draft, like make it but not post it until it's ready?
We certainly intend to build that. I don't have exact timing of when that's going to be built, but we fully understand the value of that.
We have 1.4 million on TikTok and would love to drift over to Shorts. However, we feel as if YouTube is mature and doesn't allow new creators to gain traction. Will Shorts be different than regular YouTube? And also, how will the verification process work?
We're here to level the playing field. That means that we want to allow an entire new generation of creators, not just the ones that have grown an audience in the last couple of years on short form video platforms, but for the next decade, people that only need their phone and a little bit of creativity and effort to produce a video that others may find interesting. It's a pretty central part of my team's mission. And I think all of YouTube's leadership understands why this is really important here. YouTube is mature. It's probably harder to do what we're going to go do on Shorts in the main YouTube feed of 10-minute videos. I think we could take more emphasis and put it on ensuring that those new creators can build an audience here. You'll have to start from wherever you are on YouTube here, but we're really going to focus on getting that audience growth as part of this algorithm. And that's something that isn't a switch that we flick. It's not like it's off and then turn on the audience growth. It's something that we're going to be continuing to work at and optimize over time.
We are very excited to start using YouTube Shorts. And are there any creator management teams for this launch?
Could we jump back to the other question? Is that possible? I didn't want to not answer the second part. Verification will work however it works for YouTube today. I'm actually fully not involved in that, but there won't be like a Shorts specific verification. There'll be like verification on YouTube, and that'll apply to anything you do on YouTube. And so my guess is that there is some application process, but I actually don't know. I just didn't want to be silent on the question. It won't be different though for Shorts versus YouTube. Thanks for jumping back for a second. Creator management teams for this launch.
Yes.
I think that there will be some outreach to creators that have audience elsewhere in the world. YouTube does have a lot of folks focused on partner management, creator management. So I'm expecting that we're going to do that. We've done that for some creators in India. And as we sort of mature and finalize our plans for launches in the US and other markets, we'll be looking at creator management interfaces with certain creators.
Does hashtag Shorts need to be in the video title or description?
No, it does not. All it really does is kind of give us a little bit of a signal that the short video was intentionally and intentfully meant to be part of Shorts. You don't need to use it. If you remember to use it, that's great. If you forget to use it and then you want to add it, you can go and edit the title of your video and throw it in there or in the description. Or if you even have short videos already that are on the platform that you uploaded a while ago, you can go edit the title and add hashtag Shorts.
Are horizontal videos not eligible even if they're under a minute long?
They are not. We're really focused on more vertical. The details of that is taller than a 1-to-1 ratio, but I would encourage you to focus on vertical. It's really just a better viewing experience in the player that we're building.
Is there a specific app we need to make these videos?
I'm assuming that you're outside of India where we haven't launched the creation tools. I use a lot of video apps, and I think if you jump into the App Store, you'll find a wide range depending on if you're on iOS or on Android. You can use those video apps to produce a video. If your workflow is more native to desktop, then you can use desktop video editing capabilities. So I think whatever really kind of works for you. And then we're excited to get the creation tools out there that are really optimized for creating these short videos.
Will there be categories within shorts like music, dance, technology, and how can creators categorize them? For example, can we add hashtag shorts and hashtag music to categorize as a music short?
In general, if you provide us like a caption and it's music or dance and you add a couple hashtags in there, including shorts, that could be helpful. Generally speaking, when we release the creation tools, if you're using the creation tools, we're going to know that music is part of it because we enabled that to happen in our tools. So we'll know the song, we'll know other videos that also use that song. And that's a good way to understand what sort of content is in the video. There's a whole bunch of people that are always trying to understand, not themselves personally, but build systems that understand what is in the video and what it's about. And so I would encourage you to throw in a caption. You could throw in hashtag shorts, hashtag music. In general, I would say that we're going to go figure out these things at scale. But if you can give us some information, then that could be helpful also. On the categories point, I think that this is going to be very emergent. Like, yes, there's going to be people dancing. You give them music, dancers or choreographers are going to make up dances. People are going to embrace those dances. There'll be like, comedy skits and jokes. There'll be, like lip sync acting. And then there's just going to be many, many, many emergent things that catch on. And it'll be something that we just have to get better and better at understanding those videos. We can apply a lot of the strengths we've built for recommending longer form YouTube videos to this space. And I expect that we will continue to focus on what it means to do this well for short form videos also.
A lot of my videos are short. They're already sub 30 seconds. Is there a way to promote my older content that fits the bill for this?
Yeah. If I were you, I would edit that title and just throw in hashtag shorts, title or description, throw it in there. As long as it's like vertical or more so taller rather than wider and under 60, we'll be looking for it in our algorithm. That's not a guarantee that those things take off, but having that hashtag in there could be a little bit of a signal. And you could even experiment with it, do it on some and don't do it on others and see what happens.
If my shorts don't do well, will that hurt my channel's analytics overall? Will the analytics from my shorts be combined with my regular video analytics?
We get this question a lot. I'll broaden the question a little bit because there's kind of like a couple underlying concerns here. One question that I hear that's related to this is, if I upload a short video and it does well, but it's short, does that like hurt me in the eyes of the algorithm? And I want to be clear in that regard. We have no evidence to suggest that is what would happen. If you upload a video, short or long, and people don't like it, then that video just hasn't done well. We also don't have evidence that you're somehow put in a timeout box, that your videos that come after that won't do well. If you're uploading short videos though, and your audience doesn't like them and you keep doing that, then I think there's a scenario there where you potentially could end up like alienating your audience in some way. And so this kind of goes back to that risk of what should I do? Well, I think the challenge is like, you probably know your audience best. It's hard for us to make a clean recommendation here because there's so many different creative people out there with different types of channels and different type of content, and they know their audience best. If you're uploading a bunch of short videos and they don't do well, that means your audience probably doesn't like them. That could affect your audience's interest in your channel, but it's not like you're going to be put in a timeout box by some algorithm or something. Will the analytics of my shorts be combined with my regular videos in analytics? Today, yes. So think about a scenario. You have 10-minute videos, and then you have 10-second videos. Today, your watch time would look a little bit strange because you're averaging two really dissimilar things. But what we're going to be doing over time is working to separate out shorts inside of YouTube analytics so that it's sort of clear what one is doing versus what the other one is doing. But under the hood today, shorts are just videos. They're videos that we're going to give people creation tools to make. They're videos where we have a special algorithm that we're building, and they're videos that have a dedicated playback experience, but they are videos. And so we need to go across YouTube and tidy up the presentation of these videos with entry points. And in analytics, we have to go tidy it up where we separate out short from long stuff. But this is how it would be today. And then stay tuned as we continue to work on making analytics great for shorts.
Will I be able to edit down my original 15-minute uploaded content to fit into multiple shorts within YouTube itself?
I'd say there's nothing to stop you from doing that, but there's not going to be any capability to like string these things together in order to allow the viewer to navigate them in some sort of cohesive way. This is not really the main use case. My recommendation is if you did kind of want to promote a little bit and showcase your skills and creativity in shorts, but longer form videos is really your main jam, What I would do in this case is I'd probably create a couple like high impact teasers for my main channel, edit something down to 15 or 20 seconds. And then I would probably upload it and be like, if you like this, check out my videos on my channel, see how that does for you. Overall, I would say that whatever you make should probably feel like it's valuable on its own, even though from your perspective, you're trying to get people to sort of like go to your channel and watch your long form videos.
I'll jump in here real quick too. Like you can also look at the audience retention reports on your 15-minute videos and find where there are spikes where people are replaying the content and use that to help identify where in these videos are the most like impactful moments for you to replay as shorts.
How do I convert my existing content on YouTube into shorts? We talked a little bit about that, but this next question, will I have to do it on my own editor? They use Adobe Premiere, or can I do it within YouTube itself?
We don't have any immediate plans for focusing on converting long form content to short form content. Really how we've started out is looking to start to scale the viewer side based on all the short form videos that have already been uploaded to YouTube. And now, as you've heard, we're encouraging more people to upload more short form videos, and we're releasing the creation tools. So it's really for us, I think, less about focusing on encouraging people to repurpose their content. And that may very well be valuable from your channel's perspective. Like you may want to do that, but we're not going to, at this point, build tools to make that happen, because we're really trying to focus on building the tools for people to create new videos. And it's just a matter of, if we could dedicate time or effort here, we're really trying to focus on the tooling to create new videos, because that's a new thing for YouTube. And it takes us a lot of effort to make sure that we get that right. So for the time being, you would have to rely on your own editing capabilities and a new video, a new cut of whatever you produced. It may be worth it from your perspective. I would encourage everybody thinking about this, I know a few people are, to just try some experiments. Make a few short versions of whatever you know you do well and see if that is something that your audience tends to like. If you feel comfortable doing that on your own channel and you think it would be well received, that's fantastic. If you feel like very uncertain about that, you might consider creating a separate channel. I'm not here to encourage that. You're going to know your audience best.
Will there be scheduled feature so we can schedule a time to publish the shorts we upload in our draft folder?
Not anytime soon. Maybe down the road, we would take this on. It's interesting, whenever I hear a sort of feature request, I kind of, in my mind, try and do some math, like when would we get to that? And that's when I like to share with people, like sort of where we're at. I think we're at the phase now where we've laid enough of a foundation where it's time to start involving creators, but there's really still a lot to build on top of that. And I would consider one of these things, maybe to stretch that analogy, is like, this is a feature that a lot of creators love, but I think compared to where we're at right now, this would almost be window dressing. Like when you get to the point where your house is up and you want to have some nice blinds on the outside or of the house or some decorative thing. We have a lot of foundational things that we really, really, really want to nail and scale. So I think this would be a little bit down the road.
Will shorts be available to everyone, or will they only be for channels with larger audiences, more viewers or subscribers or anything like that?
A key part of this for us is really delivering on YouTube's mission. Give everyone a voice and show them the world. And so when we say everyone, we're not talking about just large channels. They power YouTube, tremendously diverse and creative set of people that have made YouTube what we know and love. And the story's not over. There's still more creators out there. We're here to empower. There's no sub minimum. There's no watch time minimum. We're going to give this to everybody and give them a shot to have a voice on YouTube.
Are thumbnails available for shorts? And then also some folks want to just talk about best practices. Are thumbnails as important for shorts as they are for your traditional YouTube video?
No, they are not. You know, when I think about the workflow of creating a short form video, people sometimes spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes to create 15 seconds. That includes not just the capturing the video, maybe editing it, maybe doing a bunch of takes to get it right. We really don't want to put an emphasis on making custom thumbnails here. When they appear in the shelf, we're just going to render a thumbnail from one of the frames of the video, and we may generate animated thumbnails. And so I would say for shorts, don't invest time in thumbnails. A lot of creators spend an awful lot of time on customizing thumbnails, and it's something that we're not doing right now for shorts. So many interesting things here. I think at a very high level, we're at a point now where it's good to be interacting and talking with creators. The way that we've come to view this opportunity is similar to the original opportunity of YouTube itself. YouTube empowered a whole bunch of folks that were making videos to get an audience. And now this new chapter is not centered on standalone digital cameras and laptops or desktops and video editing software like Premiere and Final Cut. It's really centered on the phone. And so this is really, I think, the beginning of a new chapter. Stick with us because there's a lot to build, and we're pretty committed to building that by being informed by creators. There's so many things to build across the creation tools, in the algorithm, in the playback experience, how this integrates with YouTube. Everybody is very, very excited about it inside of YouTube. Give us feedback as time goes on as we build this out.
Before we close, I want to provide everyone on the call with just a handful of next steps. First, definitely go out there, upload some short form content. We're really excited to see what this group uploads and how viewers respond to it. And second, if you are interested in additional sessions on YouTube 101 or long form strategy, check out the YouTube Creator Academy, which has a number of lessons and toolkits covering everything from content strategy to best practices and more.